What's up, everybody? My name is Hutch with Genuine Ludicrum. Logging
And
in. Hey, don't get in front of me. I'm still talking here. That is very rude of you. And I'm logging in. Okay, now you may go.
well, this is the star, Mason of Genuine Ludicrum. And I'm not logging in because that's a dumb topic. Or say
I like it. Okay? I like it.
Mm.
Okay, so we are here today because we got a request from a subscriber. And he said, I would love for you guys to make an impressions video on The Division. Just talking about what you enjoy and what you think about the game with value for money. And Mason and I thought that was a great idea, and we also thought we could add, throw some more questions in there just to have a full-out discussion on the game. So, the first thing is, what are your thoughts just on the Division, Mason?
The Division sucks as much as it is good.
It truly is.
No, it's not bad, but it's horrible. It's a fun game. I don't think it's fun on its own though. If I got, not to throw another game out there, but I got Destiny on the Xbox One thinking, oh, this is some groundbreaking game because that's what the advertisements were telling me. And I got it and I hated it because I didn't have anyone to play with. On the opposite side of that, I got Division and when I wasn't planning on it. And, the three of us that are playing that you'll see in our videos, I've thoroughly enjoyed our time playing, even in spite of... I even feel like the times that we've had issues, it's been funner because the three of us have such a good sense of humor. So I think it's a good game as far as drawing you together if you have a group of people or a couple of friends. But if you're just going out to buy the title and it's only you, it's going to be a total waste of money. So bang for your buck. I mean, it really depends. Are you getting it for you, or are you getting it to play with people? Because it's a group game for sure. That's my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely not a single player game, even though it's supposed to be an MMO, and the grouping aspects of it are what make it great. There is a problem with the grouping aspects, which I've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed it yet, though, but you can only group with 4 people.
I haven't noticed that. I have noticed the issue where whether it's you or Sickleaf is trying to invite me to it, because it's usually one of you two trying to invite me to the game, but there's always an issue. One of us tries to invite somebody to a game, and one of us gets kicked, or Skype freezes, or Shadow Play freezes, or there's always... It's never smooth. There's always something going wrong, I think.
Yeah, there is. It's every time too. It's not like it's been...
No, it's every freaking time.
And it's something new every time. Like this last time, it was I invited you to the game, and I actually crashed. My whole game crashed.
Yeah, and so then Sickleaf had to add me, and then you had to join that game. And for the hour that we played, it took us 20 minutes to get a session going.
Yeah, and then we played through a quick session for 20 minutes, just the quick mission. And that
just to have
failed.
A freaking elevator fell.
Yeah, we couldn't finish the mission or complete
I don't know if it was us shooting the button. I can't believe that it was us shooting the button.
No, because if you remember at the end of it, when we actually completed the second time, it actually loads into a new screen. So it was supposed to go to a load screen that it never went to.
Well, it was horrible. It was horrible.
We did think we were the ones to break it though, because we were shooting the elevator button, but I doubt that was it.
It was horrible.
Oh yeah, and then we got to the end of it again to see if we could just run through it, because it kept the instance open.
Well,
for us.
and not to mention that we did that, but you and Sickleaf are higher levels than me, so it was just frustrating.
Yeah, I could see that. But I'm not too much higher. It's Sickleaf. He's the one that... I mean, if you go into group with somebody and they have a larger level disparity, if the level disparity is much larger than just a few levels, you're gonna get screwed as a lower level character.
Yeah, and to be fair, I checked on my Steam profile. I've only played 4 hours total on that game, and after you and I and Sickleaf got done playing that mission, I went into a safe house and I checked out all of my weapons and my gear and whatnot, and I changed probably everything out. I think I left my gloves the same, but everything else
Yeah,
it was
your gear could have been a problem too.
oh, dude, seriously, I changed everything, and it ended up being like billion points better. So we haven't played since then, but I imagine I would have been so much better off if I would have, because I never even looked at it, because we'd log on, we'd play, and then I'd log off, and then we'd log on, we'd play, and I'd log off. I never really went to the safe house, and I really did do some more exploration this time versus the other, the prior times that we'd played. So I think that would have made a difference as far as my frustration, but the other issues obviously still stand.
Yeah, but I know we haven't played any PvP, but I mean, I played a little PvP in beta. I don't know if you did at all.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so we'll just
I
talk
did
about
like 3 missions is all. I did enough to have my wife yell at me, and then I pissed out on the game.
Well, let's talk about just the PvE content then, and that side of things. Like, what do you think about the end bosses in each mission?
Their boss.
Their boss.
No, the ones that I've experienced, I've enjoyed. I think they're a good challenge. They're fun. It's not a pushover match by any means, of course, but it's not overly hard either. I mean, you gotta, if you're just some dumbass that's just trying to grind through a game, you're gonna have a problem. But if you actually understand some kind of RPG mechanics, because it's a shooter, but it's an RPG. But if you can find that balance, I think the bosses work really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree so far. I mean, but the problem I see is down the road is everything's going to be the same. Like, all the boss fights are the same.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, what gun game's not like that? I mean, you got a gun, you're shooting somebody. There's a box in between you. There's a red cylinder that you can blow up. And there's a health pack over there. I mean, all shooters are like that. So that's kind of an unfair argument.
Yeah, I guess so, but shut up. Anyway.
You shut up.
Well, it was a good point, and I had no rebuttal. So.
Of course you didn't, because
I will bow out. I will bow out with honor.
I have good sentences. I have the best sentences, and we will make this country great again.
Oh my goodness! But I will give it this: if you play on hard like we did that last time,
oh, you'll get butchered.
Not only that, but it feels like you have to be more tactical about the whole thing. And that was a lot of fun for me. I know you died a lot. I died a lot too, but it was so much fun being more tactical about it.
I couldn't be tactical though.
Yeah, you were getting one shot. Like nothing.
If you guys check out my last video, I would poke my head up for half a second. Not even that. I would literally start to bend over cover, and then boom, I'm in the red. It was there's.
Well, I mean, now that you're level 7 and not wearing level 2 armor, maybe you'll have a better time.
And I got a level 12 escort over here. That was probably something to do with it. But still,
Well, yeah, we were fighting level 11s, and we were. I think I'm level 8 or 9, and you're level 7.
Hey, in my defense, I did some damage. I mean, no, seriously, there's one clip in my video where I did like 12 DPS, man.
Well, yeah, and what you don't see is 12 DPS.
you go suck. Just because I got stuff to do.
Enough said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next subject.
Well, what do you think? Is it worth the money as it stands right now?
Hold on, my computer went black. Oh dear. As it sits, is it worth it?
I mean, was it worth the $59.99?
That's a rough question because I have a PlayStation 4, I have an Xbox One, I did have a Nintendo Wii U. I've always had a PC, since I was probably 15, 16. I've been building gaming PCs. My preferred platform has always been the PC, just because there's so much more customization. I don't need to get into it. It's just a better platform than me. So to ask me if the game is worth $60 is a hard question, because
yeah, you have to look at, hours spent versus how much. If you're going to look at it that way, then yes, because we're just, it's probably a 20 to 30 hour game if you're just playing through the PvE content alone. And I mean, if you look at it in that light, then probably yes, because you're paying. I mean, what do you pay for a movie nowadays?
Right. If I personally, I'm not saying this on behalf of everybody or even my opinion on everybody. If I personally got it on PlayStation or Xbox, I would be pissed to pay $60 for it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't.
Same with, like I said, not to throw another game out there, but like Destiny, I was pissed to pay $60 for it because I literally spent like maybe 10 hours playing it. I see, there's probably a decent campaign in this game. If you do it single player, of course you're going to come across, the PvP content and some other. I know there's missions that you can play with other players and stuff. So there's that. But the value of this game is in other people, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a group game, and you got to play with friends because otherwise, I see it. I mean, we've hashed this over and over again, but it's going to be hard to play solo in single player.
Yeah, and not only that, but as you and I have both stated, half of the value has actually came out of the problems of it.
Yeah,
trying to launch Uplay, trying to launch the game, trying to launch my peripheral not software, but the drivers and stuff. That the problems in the game are what have created the humor. And $60.
Yeah. Well, if you were alone experiencing those problems, you'd probably rage quit.
Exactly. So to answer your original question, $60. If I had the money, if I had no anything else to spend on it, I would, just because there are a lot of experiences to be had. But as far as would you ask me if I would? And I'm being biased now because I've been playing Far Cry Primal, but if you'd ask me if I'd buy this or Far Cry Primal, I would definitely go with Far Cry. If you asked me if I'd go with this over just about any game that's come out recently, Assassin's Creed, Halo, I mean, even the remake of the Gears of War,
yeah,
pretty much this game would come second to any of those. But I had an extra $60 to spend, so I don't feel like it was a waste of money. But it would definitely not be my first choice to spend on this game.
Yeah, I agree. I would look if you're somebody who has not bought it yet and you're looking to be convinced either or, I'd say maybe wait unless you have a group of friends that you're going to play with.
If you wait and they come out with a Game of the Year edition, I'll bet you this is worth every penny, because I'll bet what they'll do is they'll come out with the $60 game, and then they'll have expansion packs for $15-$20 a piece, and then they'll a year from now they'll come out with a version that is everything for $89.99 or $79.99, and that would definitely be worth it. But as it sits now, it's kind of to each their own, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And
turn your damn phone off. What kind of professional are you?
Sorry, I didn't realize that it was on.
Bing. Not to mention
Bing,
it's
bing.
an iPhone.
What's wrong with an iPhone? This was
an
given
iPhone.
to me. This was given to me.
That's the problem.
If you had an iPhone given to you, would you take it?
Liberal.
It was a gift.
Okay, call it what you will.
And it wasn't a gift from the government. I'm not on food stamps and welfare.
Liberal.
Oh, this was a gift from my brother. It was an old phone of his. Otherwise, I'd still be using my cheap, flip phone with the big old buttons.
Sanders 2016.
Anyway, yeah, get the game if you feel like getting it. But like we said, if there's other games that you're wanting, you'd probably be better off getting those and waiting. This is still in the early stages of its release, and it is an MMO, so it's going to have constant updates. So
it really depends on whether you want something that's multiplayer or single player, honestly. I've had so much fun playing games that are single player, but I personally live under a rock. I like to be by myself. I don't usually come out and, Hutch, and sometimes you'll see Sick Leaf. They're the exceptions. I don't do a whole lot with other players, but honestly, I've had fun in the Division, but the fun I've had is due to the people I'm playing with, not necessarily due to the game itself. So I'm not going to say it's not worth it. You got to kind of feel it for yourself, I guess.
Yeah, but hopefully what we touched on will help you make that decision if you're on the fence about it.
Agreed.
All right, well, that's it for today. Let us know if you like this type of dual commentary. This is something new that we're trying, and I think it works well. But if you've got, any suggestions on what we've done today, let us know. Mason and I, we live in different states now. I moved away, so we can't really get together that often. So I'm hoping something like this will help, let us do stuff together, because it is a channel that we run together, but most of the time we're just posting videos separately.
Yeah, well, Hutch is a douche.
Can't argue with that.
But as always, let us know what you think in the comments below, and give us a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed our content. And thanks.
All right, well, have a great one, guys. This is Hutch with Genuine Ludicrum, and Mason logging off.
Peace.